everyone, and welcome to this edition of Food Management's On Demand series. I'm your host, Tara Fitzpatrick, and today we have a really fun one. And this is focused on colleges and universities, but I think that anybody could use these fun, healthy tailgate tips. So I want to welcome Claudia Alvarado. She's Sodexo district chef, and she's overseeing the whole Northeast region right now. Welcome, Claudia.
Hi, how are you guys? It's a pleasure for me to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. And I just want to get right into it. I mean, all across the country, people love to tailgate this time of year. This is so timely. And people have their traditions, and the food is usually like, shall we say, indulgent, but you've come up with these really cool ideas to kind of make it healthy, to get us healthy going into the winter season. So how did you kind of come up with the idea to make healthier versions of tailgate favorites?
Well, as a mom, a recently mom having a newborn baby, I'm trying, to always keep eating healthy. And, this time of years, we have all these football games and, you want to enjoy it with your family and you want to be like eating and just enjoying the food. Why not to continue eating and not stop eating, but in a healthy way, So that's why I started looking my resource, my thoughts, and, all the background that I've been learning for these years, and just come with simple recipes and, something that you can make at home and take it to the games, something that it doesn't take a lot of steps to make it. So I think I want to share all the ideas that I have, and I hope all our audience enjoy it.
For sure. And I wanted to start with vegetable chili, because I just did a story about chili, and there's so many different things you can do, so many different kinds of meats, but it's like, really, you're looking for those flavors and those spicy flavors. And
Yes.
You are from Lima, right? So you had
Yes.
mentioned earlier that sometimes your idea of spicy is different than for American palates.
Yes. I mean, for Lima, as you mentioned, from Peru, we have different spices like the Aji Amarillo, like the ají pasta, the ají panca. So I try to incorporate those ingredients for my base when I cook with my onions and my garlic, because those bring a heat and a different flavor, that I have a nice vegetable broth that I added, and I put my veggies, I put my beans, sometimes I just keep it like with vegetables, or sometimes, when they ask me for some protein, I just use like turkey, because turkey for me is the healthy option for a protein. So, I mean, it's just to have fun, it's trying to incorporate my background and my culture to, what can difference, I can add it and just make a plus and, make it delicious and simple.
Yes.
And that's what I do. Mm-hmm.
That Aji Amarillo that you mentioned, that is so good. I would encourage people to get, it comes in a little jar. Mine came from the Goya brand, and which I love everything Goya anyway, but this was a new one. And somebody had sent it to me for use in a cocktail, which was really interesting. But I started using it in other stuff, and it's so good. It's like kind of like a fruity, would you say? Like it's a bright yellow. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty, when you cook it, and especially when you blend it, that yellow kind of, brilliant, it's like amazing, and the flavor, it's outstanding. I mean, you don't have to add like more salt and pepper. It comes with that, I mean, I don't know how did they create that ají amarillo, but it's amazing. It's a tasty and powerful spicy that you can use with anything, you can just mix it and add it like a topping for a pico de gallo, instead of like a jalapeno. I mean, you can do many things, and it's really, really good.
It really gives you that sort of a different flavor, something new.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask too about one of the things that you make for tailgate, which is like one of my favorite kind of classic, like go out to eat in the 1980s dishes, spinach-artichoke dip. So good. Like everybody loves that. So
and it's super simple, just to grab, chop, mix the ingredients and mix it up together, and then just put it in a bowl and bake it. It's just 3 simple steps, super fast, that you don't have to be worried about it. You just go, mix it up, put it in the oven, forget, have a nice drink, wait for that, and make it with chips, or do you like pita chips? You can do with anything.
And I could see that being a grab and go option, like for game day for colleges, like in maybe like a little foil thing. And then the students could take it, put it in their own oven, watch the game at home. It's like just that cozy kind of.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's something that you cannot stop eating.
For sure, for
I
sure.
will say that it's something that as soon as you start, until it's not empty, you're not going to stop.
It's so good. And,
Yeah, it is.
so do you lighten it up at all with, like, because I know that cheese is a component of it, like, can you make it, like, a little bit healthier?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, I will say, there's some people that say, I don't need cheese. Okay, let's have this alternative of vegan cheese. I don't like a lot of milk or heavy cream. Okay, half and a half. There's a different variants that you can use for make a nice spinach artichoke that is super light, no super heavy, and
Mhm.
it's delicious.
Oh, yeah, for sure, and getting those chips on the side. And you do some stuff with, using veggies as the vehicle. Like, you've got, taco stuffed zucchini boats,
Mhm.
pizza stuffed zucchini boats, and cauliflower. You've done cauliflower pizza too. So
Yeah.
tell me about, like, getting into those dishes.
So, when you think about it, what it can be easy and healthy, I was like, okay, zucchini. Zucchini is a beautiful veggie that it will you can grill it, you can just bake it, and it will be delicious. What do you have to do? You just have to trim it up a little bit at the sides, and then just cut it in half, make a little bowl, clean it up the inside, the seeds and everything, and then you can add any topping that you want. It can be a taco meat, and then all the ads that you can put to make a taco boat, or like a pizza. You can make with a pepperoni pizza, with a cheese pizza, whatever you want to. It's just come to be simple recipes again. With some ideas of vegetables that you can use, and be presented in a different way, and it's gonna taste delicious, and you're eating healthy.
It
Yeah.
definitely is, and it's when people wanna eat a little bit less carbs, like, I know that's where I'm at, but it's like you can still have those delicious pizza toppings on top of that zucchini. It's like,
Absolutely.
or anything that you could do with nachos or chili cheese fries, like, put it in that zucchini boat. I love it.
Yes, yes. And you know what, talking about the cauliflower pizza, we have a lot of gluten-free students in the different universities around my region. So, they stop eating pizza. So we were like looking for something that we can provide to them and they can, enjoy. So, we started using this cauliflower dough, and it's amazing. I absolutely love
That's
it. My
cool.
wife is a gluten-free person, so I have to come always with ideas for her that she cannot stop eating pizza because pizza is her favorite. So I was like, I have to do something, and only not for my family, for all the students that we love to, to enjoy and have fun with the food that we can provide for them. So I mean, this cauliflower pizza is one of the best simple recipes with three ingredients: a cauliflower, salt and pepper, and a little bit of oil, and just put the toppings that you want, and you just bake it
Mhm.
5 to 7 minutes. It depends of your oven, and it's ready to go.
That's cool. I really like the
Yes.
sound of that. And going back a little bit, you had mentioned that you have a baby child. So congratulations. You have a
Thank you.
newborn.
Yeah, he's 3 months right now, and I
Oh,
mean, fortunately, I'm having this call from home, and she's taking a nap, and I hope that she doesn't cry right now.
I have
But
so
yes,
been there. I can remember. Yes. Like
yes,
those times of being on, we didn't have Zoom, but 12 years ago when my daughter was a baby, like she had started screaming. And I think I was actually talking to Marcus Samuelson, and he was like more famous than most chefs that I was used to talking to at the time. And I was like, I'm so sorry, my baby is crying. And he was so nice. He was like, I love crying babies. That's awesome. So I
yeah,
can say, let's let them cry. But
yeah.
that's cool. So how are you adjusting to, like, being, like, so busy, having a little baby, and you are overseeing so many different accounts, including University of Mary Washington, and William
With
and Mary.
yeah, I overview different accounts, and I mean, it's tough, having a newborn baby being away, but you need to understand that this is reality, and you have to continue doing your best, and give all the love that you can for the baby when you spend time with her, and that's what we do. I'm sorry to say this, but my wife maybe is gonna get a little upset, but as soon when I'm away for a week or 2 weeks, the first thing that I try to do is be on her bath time, make it through, that time. So, I mean, I remember the first time that I went away after a month that I spent with her when she was born. I was away for 2 weeks. So as soon as I came back, I was like driving from Delaware University. I went back home. I made it on time for her bath time, and I ran upstairs. I knew that they were doing already. I think I forgot to kiss my wife and say hi. I just jumped to the baby and started kissing and playing with her and bath her. And I mean, it was amazing. So now she went back to work a few weeks ago, and she did the same. She forgot that I was there, and she went right directly to the baby. And I was like, now you get it, you know. But I mean, it's hard, but at the same time, you have to take advantage of all the time that you have with your baby. That's what you have to do.
You do.
And they grow so fast that, I mean, it's unbelievable.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, like having a 12-year-old now, it's crazy. And I think she really has grown up being proud of me, that I was going out there, that I was going on business trips, and I was working to make a better life for her. So it's like, I think that it's hard to leave them, and it really is. But I think in the end, they really appreciate like what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Just so little, and it does get easier because my daughter loves to clean the house. She is a clean freak, so she does that for me. She has started baking. She's been making macarons, which is like one of the toughest things. I would never, like, I'm not much of a baker anyway. I like to cook but not bake. But yeah, so you have a lot of exciting times ahead of you. It was so awesome.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And we're a huge fan of football games, and my wife loves Cincinnati Bengals, and I mean, it's amazing. We try to spend time together, and that's what we do.
And it is, and it's like having this tailgate food makes it the healthiness of it. And there was one thing that I wanted to ask about too that sounds really cute. Guacamole stuffed tomatoes. How does that work?
So I like to use cherry tomatoes. But because cherry tomatoes is simple, something to grab with your fingers and eat it just in one bite. So the little ones, I trim it out a little bit. I clean the inside, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, so it has a little bit of flavor, the tomatoes. And then, guacamole. You just make a basic guacamole and you stuff it in it, and that's it. Put some garnish on top and enjoy it. It's delicious. It's like a little version of a guacamole having the tomato chop inside and like that, but it's the opposite way. You have the tomato as a presentation, like the main protagonist in this, the main character in this dish, and then you just add the guacamole that you sometimes, you have a lot of avocado in your house sometimes that you don't know what to do. There you go. Have a simple recipe. Go for it. It's delicious.
That is so true. You're reading my mind, because I have had avocados lately where I'm like, oh, what can I do with this? Because it's like, and I got these new ones. They're called little avocados, and because they always say, like, if you really are on a diet, which I'm not, they say like a half of an avocado is a serving. So these new little ones are like, you can eat the whole thing without the rest of it getting brown, which I would never do anyway. I just eat the whole thing. But that is very cool. And then
I will give you another tip, with avocado, it's going to be something new as well, but you can grill the avocado.
Ooh, love it.
With salt, pepper, and you grill it, and again, it's delicious. I mean, you can put like a little bit, you can grill it and add like a garnish on top of the stuffed tomatoes with avocado, and it's going to be amazing.
Ooh, I really like that idea. That sounds, and then that's yet another, it's like a different way to have avocado, but it's not fried avocado. So it's like we're getting away from fried stuff. And you had some wings that you made too. You were like, just do those in your oven instead of deep frying and all of that. You're getting the flavor. So it's like bake that.
Or you can bake them, and if you have an air fryer and you're using your oven for something else, you can do it in your air fryer. You bake it for baking the wings. It's low calorie. You're using less grease, like deep frying and everything. I love baking it, or you can smoke it if you have time for that, and you can have a smoker. That's super nice too as well. And then you can add any sauce that you like.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. And a lot of colleges have like real barbecue smokers, and some K through 12 accounts have them too. So it's like, I'm so happy to see that, because I love barbecue of all kinds, of all regions. So smoking is a way to do it, because you're not adding any calories there. You're smoking it.
No, and I know a lot of people, like to count their calories. So there's everybody, and I hope everybody enjoy it.
Yes, these are some great tips. I'm so excited, and we are going to stay in touch with you. So you are not going to be a stranger, and we're going to see what happens for the rest of the year, rest of the season. So thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. And I hope everybody enjoy with some recipes that I can share with everybody. Thank you so much.